Tell us why, Jim. Good morning.
Oh, good morning. I think the fundamental to any promotion process is that all applicants should be on an equal footing. And if within the PSNI you have people being specially tutored on the basis of their sexuality to give them an advantage, then I think that does corrupt the equality of the process and creates a very serious situation. We really are almost at a force within a force, where under the aegis of the PSNI itself, the LGBT community are using the facilities of the police, using the web system of the police to promote advantage on the basis of sexuality. Well, that totally flies in the face of any promotion process being merit-based and everyone on an equal footing. So I think it's a pretty fundamental assault on the equality issues that should prevail within the PSNI.
What have you said to the Chief Constable? What have you asked for?
I've asked for clarification as to whether PSNI premises are being used for this tutoring, whether it's been done in police time, because I want to know exactly how implicated the PSNI corporately is on this. The fact that their web system has been used suggests to me they are corporately implicated. And I do think the Chief Constable needs to sit back and ask himself the question, how can this promotion competition be fair if it has been assaulted in this way by tutoring for one section, bizarrely on the basis of their sexuality, something is not available to all who might apply for promotion.
Well, this LGBT network within the PSNI that is providing this training for some of its members. So they're excluding their members who aren't gay. Emphasise again, the LGBT network does not just consist of gay people. There are gay allies, for example. There are allies, for example, who are straight, who think to themselves, I want to be part of that group to help our LGBT colleagues. They are excluded from the extra support.
No, the tutoring is only for those who profess themselves to be gay. No one else. So that is where the assault on the merit principle comes in, and where it defeats the equal footing approach on any promotion competition.
Now, to be fair, it's my understanding that this LGBT network, they don't have, any special access to exam questions. They don't have any of that. They're simply putting on within their network extra training for some of their members. But will the PSNI senior management team, are they tolerating any situation where straight people are excluded anywhere in the PSNI simply because they're straight? It's a question for the management team of the PSNI, and it seems to be within the emails that the statements that the PSNI have issued that they're not insisting on equality on the basis we're speaking about. They're encouraging it.
Yeah, and I think there is a point here, and it would be interesting to see what the Equality Commission think of this, because they have lectured us all many times about the need for equality in job situations. And if you're going for promotion, you are competing with compatriots. If some of those compatriots have had special tutoring that you haven't had, and you've been denied it because of your sexuality, then surely that is a fundamental equality issue.
The diktat, the requirement from this LGBT network, they say you do not have to be a member of the LGBT network to avail of these revision classes, but you must identify as LGBT plus. Now, what I'm interested in is why. Why must you identify? These are officers who are also on the ground, who are dealing with gay and straight people on the ground in society. Why is sexuality so important to them? It's not that they're just providing this training. If they were just providing this training to their members, you can see an unquestionable logic to that. They're actually excluding some of their members based on their members' sexuality.
They're consciously basing it on sexuality, and that surely is a fundamental equality issue, which I think corrupts the promotion process. Because if you have people who have advantaged over others who aren't on an equal footing because of the tutoring under it would almost seem, the official ages or through the offices of the PSNI, then surely those who weren't afforded that have been disadvantaged. And does that not call into question the equity and fairness of the very promotion process?
How would you encourage then, how would you help members of the LGBT community in our society to rise up the ranks of the police and indeed any other organisation in Northern Ireland?
I don't think anyone on the basis of their sexuality should be prioritised within any organisation. I think if it is a promotion competition, then it's open to all, no questions asked about your sexuality, but you all compete on an equal footing. Once you corrupt the equal footing basis, then you've corrupted the process. And that is the fundamental objection here.
The question that I'm asking this morning is, if this is the mentality of the officers within that LGBT network, how do they then treat straight people on the ground when they're policing?
Well, they obviously think that straight people are to be treated with lesser privilege when it comes to competing in promotion, because they're not interested in assisting them in the competition for promotion. If that's a mentality that reflects through in policing, then it is even more concerning. But to me, the biggest concern here is the attitude of the senior management team. They, by endorsing this approach, have flawed the process. This is their process, their promotion process.
Well, they're not endorsing it, are they? They're encouraging these.
They're not doing anything to discourage it. Let's be clear.
Well, they say they've addressed their concerns directly with the network.
Yes, and what were those concerns, and how did they address them, and how come the outcome is that the network continue doing what they're doing? And doing what they're doing is defeating the equal footing principle of any promotion process. And the senior management team seem to have bought into that, and that's very concerning.
Well, how have they bought into it if they're encouraging leaders to ensure all officers can avail of the support, Jim?
But they're not requiring it.
Correct.
They're allowing it to continue as is. So they're encouraging this mentality of a force within a force, and aiding the promotion of those on a certain basis of sexuality. That surely is not something a senior management team should be endorsing or facilitating. It's something they should be seeking to stamp out.